must report to Dr. Hardy. Could you hold down the desk alone for a while?
Piece of cake. It's been quiet.
Bobby. Yes?
Dr. Amsterdam, please contact the third floor nurse. I saw guards outside of Anna's room and guards in the lobby. Does this actually mean that she's under arrest?
I think they're calling it protective custody.
Well, I heard that they found her standing over Olivia St. John's body with a gun.
And Olivia's still in a coma, so it's still up in the air whether or not Anna's going to be charged with attempted murder or...
Murder?
If Olivia dies.
I can't even believe this. Anna's such a wonderful person.
Yes, she is. I've been looking for Tony. Have you seen him?
Oh, you heard what happened to him, right?
What?
That he had a dizzy spell while he was doing surgery on Olivia St. John.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
All right. He's in a meeting with Steve right now, and I think that they called in Woodruff and Addison both.
I think Tony called the meeting.
Sounds pretty serious to me.
Morning, girls. What's the word, Amy?
About what?
Well, last night any number of mobsters were arrested. Not to mention attempted murder. That is, if Miss St. John is still alive.
She is.
Oh, yeah? Come on, Amy. Are there any gory details?
Just gross ones. You're foaming at the mouth again.
I like to foam at least once a day. When you see Bill Landau, has he been around?
Who is he?
Another guy working for the district attorney's office, like myself, who's investigating Anna Lavery's situation.
I think he's consulting with Olivia St. John's doctors.
I'm glad you're a low man on the totem pole, Scott, and you're not going to be given Anna's case to prosecute, should it come to that.
You're always so sure of everything, aren't you? I'll be in the lounge when you see Landau.
What do you suppose he meant by that?
Here we are. Isn't it nice to be home, honey? I missed you.
I was only gone for one night, Dimitri.
Well, it felt to me like a long time. We go. Let me put these things down. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to fix you a nice hot bath. Then you're going to undress and soak in that tub for a long, long while.
Nothing can wash away the stink of a jail.
Oh, honey. You didn't get any sleep at all, did you?
Not a wink. The place was a zoo.
It seems to me that lawyer of yours took a long time in getting you out on bail. Look, let me fix the tub. I'll be right back. Victor, are you ready?
Not yet. I want to call the hospital, see what Olivia's condition is like this morning.
Oh, I already called, honey. While I was waiting for you in jail. They said she's still in a coma and in critical condition.
Oh, God. Well, at least it was good that Julian didn't show up at the Port Charles Hotel for my birthday last night, or he would have been arrested, too.
Where do you suppose he is?
I know I'll hear from him, but I hope he's heard about the bust, my arrest, and he doesn't come here. I know we're under surveillance by the police.
Do you think he knows what happened to Olivia last night?
I hope so. And that he is now far, far away from here. At least my son is free.
Any more coffee, Lawrence?
No, thank you, darling. I don't really have time. As soon as AJ and Colton Shaw arrive here, I shall take the launch right back in.
Your nephew and Colton?
Yes, I promised him a tour of the yacht. Listen, if you want to come ashore for some shopping or anything, I'd be perfectly happy to wait for you. Come. AJ, my boy.
Hi. Hi, Ariel.
Hi.
Mr. Shaw, perhaps you'd like to show my nephew the engine room, after which you can turn him over to the steward.
All right, I'd be happy to.
Darling, you sure you don't want to come ashore with me?
Oh, no, thank you, Ashton. There's really nothing I need.
Well, it seems a bit blustery out. I think I'll go and find my raincoat.
Well, let's go, Colton.
Okay.
Colton, please come back when Ashton leaves.
This morning.
No, you're right. Not knowing if you're facing a murder charge or an attempted murder charge.
Well, I have to go make our reservations for our luncheon today with Claire Howard.
Oh, have you decided where we're going to go?
Oh, yes, I thought we'd go to Chez Pepite.
Don't believe I know that spot.
Oh, well, a great many of us go there. I think Claire likes it. Or it's difficult to know what she likes and what she doesn't like sometimes.
But you do know her fairly well, don't you, Amanda?
Well, she's a very closed-in person. I doubt if anyone knows her really well.
Do you think they have a good marriage, the Howards?
Well, it would be difficult to say, but... Well, it may be a loveless marriage, but... Oh, well, I wouldn't swear to it.
You don't think he's a womanizer, huh?
Well, I haven't heard that. But I'm sure the women throw themselves at him all the time.
Well, I bet.
Listen, when you're ready, just ring for Molly and she'll run you by.
Great. Oh, Amanda.
Yes?
Thank you for this. It is just wonderful to be in your home.
I'm delighted you're happy. See you at lunch.
Okay, ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
I said to the Queen only the other day, you know, I can't stand all this name-dropping.
I know, and Charles, I mean, who does he think he's fooling anyway?
I
don't. Oh, my dear Lucy, you have such a delightful sense of humor.
Quite.
So sophisticated.
You know, really, we must introduce you to the royal family.
Yes.
Oh, well, I would greatly appreciate that, but actually, I have met most of them. Unfortunately, I did spend a rather uncomfortable weekend there at the palace.
Really? Well, I've never been a guest there, Ashton.
That's right, my dear.
Well, to tell you the truth, they don't have silk sheets.
Good heavens.
This is definitely the life for me.
I don't like this bid by Foreman and Foreman. It's padded. I know it's padded. What's more, I think they got together with Noble and Parker, and that they're going to split the deal if we go ahead with it. So I want you to call Casey Foreman, tell them to forget about it.
Right.
Both bids are unacceptable. In fact, why don't you call Meyer and Davis and tell them, let them know what they've got to say about it.
Can we put a hold on business for just 1 second?
What? Sure. What?
Have you taken a look at the polls?
I haven't been paying attention to them.
Well, you should. You've got an election coming up in a few days, and you're throwing your chances for winning right out the window.
Well, Chet, don't hold back. Why don't you just give it to me straight?
Well, I'll give it to you even straighter. You're scheduled for the most important speech of this campaign down on the docks today. I don't think you're ready for it. Gregory, what's the matter with you? I mean, what happened in that old fight?
I've been wondering about that myself. Oh, please don't get up, gentlemen. I heard you from the living room, Chet, and I think that's a very good question.
Look, I will take care of the campaign. Why don't you take care of business? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the matter with him?
No, I don't.
So there's no denying it. I mean, I had warning. I had several dizzy spells before the big one last night, and I ignored the signs, which is unpardonable. And I feel responsible that Olivia St. John is alive only because she's on life support systems.
I have a report from Monica saying that hardly a split second passed before Dr. Edison took over. And Bobby said the same thing.
That's exactly right, Dr. Hardy. Monica advised, and when I ran into trouble, Tony took right over again. And you did all that could be done.
I'm saying I botched the surgery, and I think you should call for an official medical board review.
I'll decide that, Tony. I'll decide it when the time comes.
Sorry, I shouldn't be telling you what to do.
That's right. I won't decide anything until you have a complete physical examination by Dr. Addison and Dr. Woodruff. Now, are you willing to check into General as a patient, not as a doctor, a patient?
Absolutely.
Then I have nothing more to say about this matter until I get a complete medical report from these two gentlemen.
Tony, if you got any free time, we need to get started on a workup.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, I just need to check my schedule and see when I can clear it out.
All right, when are you free, Woodruff?
Well, it's my afternoon off, so I'm free whenever you two are.
All right.
You know, this could be the end of my career.
Tony, may I remind you that these two men are excellent doctors? Now, if there's anything wrong with you and they find it, they might be able to fix it. Hasn't that occurred to you? Now let's get moving on this.
Oh, Mr. Landau.
Yep.
Scotty Baldwin's waiting for you over in the lounge.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, Scott. What are you doing here?
Well, you know, I was kind of anxious to talk to you. Why don't you have a seat?
I should be getting back to the office.
Well, this won't take very long. So how's the preliminary investigation going on Anna Lavery's case? Is St. John holding up okay?
To be blunt about it, what the hell business is it of yours?
Well, as you know, I'm next in line for the prosecution. One charge or the other, depending on the victim's state of health.
Yeah, and that's just where you're going to stay, next in line. Baldwin, you've been breathing down my neck ever since the DA added you to the staff. I've had 2 people tell me that you've been studying my background files for a couple of weeks.
Well, Bill, you have some little spies in the office?
With a climber like you on the staff, a person needs to. I also happen to know you didn't find anything you could use against me.
No, I didn't. They're pal of mine.
Oh, got the pal of mine stuff. Well, you're coming from you, it makes me nervous.
It should.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you? You really want to stretch it out, right?
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to give you a little time to come up with an excuse to our boss as to why you're going to give up the case and recommend me for it.
Not a chance.
I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it.
What did you get on me at the office?
Nothing at the office.
Okay, then back off.
But I did find something very interesting in Houston. You did live there, didn't you? Before that, Cleveland. Before that, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So after I checked those 2 places out, then I got to Houston. Geez, let me see, what were you, like 21 years old when you got arrested for illegal substance? I'm ashamed of you, Billy.
Amy? Is Tony still in that meeting with Steve? No, but I don't know where he is either.
Hey, Bobby?
Still here, huh?
Well, I was, but you see...
What?
Well, you remember when I said I might be back later this afternoon with a surprise?
Absolutely nothing you could ever do again would surprise me, Scott.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll see you around.
Dr. Gonzalez, call your office.
Hi, Amy. It's Bobby. I'm glad I found you here. I need to talk to you.
Oh, sure, Chet. What is it?
Look, if you want to say no, it's all right. I'll understand.
Say no to what?
Have you been following Gregory's campaign?
A little.
You know Gregory's been slipping in the polls.
I heard that, yes, but I don't know why.
Well, he just doesn't seem to give a damn anymore, and the voters can feel it.
I see.
He's not a real politician, you know.
I know.
Oh, why don't I stop circling and come in for a landing? Gregory has a very important speech to make this afternoon. It's an outdoor rally down in the docks. Now, they're his kind of people down there, but he needs to get them fired up. And I don't think he's written his speech yet.
Chad, he's a lot better when he just talks off the cuff.
Would you talk to him before he makes that speech?
Oh, Chad.
Look, I know it's a lot to ask.
Look, it's not that.
And it might even be too late, but Gregory started going down those 2 weeks you were away. I'd like to see the guy win.
What makes you think that I am going to make any difference?
Because you're very important to him.